Hello, everyone. Hello, this is Jesse Bowen with Elite Publications. I know everyone has been seeing me, come on our podcast, and now we have a Roku channel and so many things going on. But that's what's happening when you get success. And our authors have been doing a phenomenal job of really getting their books out today. I have Master Nick Donato from Australia, and he's on. And I've been celebrating you, sir, now for feels like 2 weeks. His book
Yeah.
released, and if you can see the seal over there over my shoulder, you can see it says #1 bestseller. And this is not just an Amazon bestseller, but this is a international bestseller. So, hey, sir, hey, welcome to our podcast today, and it's all about you and your book. Congratulations.
Thank you, Hunchy Bowen. How are you?
Well, I'm doing better, better, and better. Me, I'm always trying to make the world a better place, and I'm so excited about your book. It's one of the most, fun books. We've had a chance to really get to know you, learn your story, and the way we've been able to bring it together. That's a very positive story that's impact your life, and really to read about your students, as you gave them a chance to write in the book to tell their experience with you. And that's what I think makes this book very unique. Is it's not just a book about your life, but you have other people writing in the book to tell about their experience. So why don't you introduce yourself? We know you're a martial artist. Tell us a little bit about your background. And then, I got a few questions to ask, and then we're going to show the results. So this podcast today is really about sharing the results of your book release.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my name's Master Nick Donato, and yeah, I've been in the martial arts combat industry for 56 years now. And yeah, the students had always pushed me to write a book. And it wasn't until we contacted each other that I went ahead with it. And when you came down to Atlantic City on the Saturday to tell me that it had hit the international bestseller, I would never have believed it. It was a fantastic feeling. Yeah, there's a few stories in there about my journey through the martial arts, my ups and downs. Mentioned quite a few people that I've been in contact with, and yeah, it's turned out really good. I'm impressed.
Well, we've been watching a lot of the videos with you opening the package. That's my favorite video of you getting the first copy of the book, and you look like a kid in the candy store trying to rip
Yeah.
the wrapper off so you can the mailer off so you can see the book. But I thought that was very impactful, and we want people to have that experience, and that's why we put that into a video reel, because we want people to have that experience of getting their books for the very first time, of doing something they probably didn't believe that they could do
Mm.
and that they did. And I think that the key element that for people to realize is, you can do anything. So, in someone that's thinking about writing a book and they've never done it before, what would be your advice to them?
Uh, the journey's been fantastic. Difficult at times when you're trying to put parts of your life on paper, but it's been good for memory recall and overcoming a lot of hurdles and fears, that type of thing. So I've enjoyed the process. Um, it's a big process, but you make you check on yourself quite a lot, because we're all overcome demons, and sometimes we just need to remind ourselves of that. And I've really enjoyed the process with your help. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's why we really want to see one key thing in there that we want to really talk about is that, that we all have, especially when you're writing a memoir, your life story, we all have things that have impacted our lives. Now, we don't have to write a book and tell every last detail and break it down, but the thing about a book, and from where we were way back then in our lives to where we are right now, it's been a learning process. And for a lot of the things that we share, and I know you shared in your book about how you overcame these things, this is why you would buy a book, is to find out if everybody goes through very similar problems, but everybody's got a different way to have a solution to the problem. So when you become an author, you're telling your story, and especially if you've overcome situations, then that's a very powerful tool to be used. And your book is definitely a very powerful tool. We love your website, and we're ready now for the next book. So we're ready for the next book, and I've got about 34 books I've written. It's like writing a book is like tattoos. By the time you get to your second, you're sort of addicted to doing that. And then the other thing is that when you write a book and you want to monetize the book, and that's what you want to do. If you're going to invest in the book, you want to monetize the book so that you can get returns off of that. And with Elite Publications, we don't deal with your royalties. Your money is your money. We don't deal with your money. And so as a self-publishing company, we publish, but we turn all money transactions over to you. You own your book. You don't answer to me. Now you own your book, the direction you want to go. I'm here to just encourage you to continue to invest in your book so you can have returns. And everyone, that's what you really have to do. If you have a book and you launch the book, and Nick, we know that your book has hit the Amazon bestseller list, so we still have to continue to pay attention by putting marketing to that book if we wanted to stay in the top 100 best-selling books. And it's always great to go on your website and look, a year later, and maybe your book has dropped down to number 3, but it's in that top 100 best-selling books. And you're not having to do a super lot to it. But, again, we can help you on any level to be able to market and get more people reading your book. So I guess we're going to, I think I pulled it up already. And let me just take and double check it here. Yes, I do have it already here. So what we want to do, and you haven't seen this yet. So what we want to do is to be able to show you your results from your book. So, if I had a drum roll, if I go back to edit this, I may add a drum roll in there. So I'm going to share my screen. So, Nick, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
How about now? Can you see my screen, Nick?
Over to the side, yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Nick, here we go. So again, this is really great. So what happens, I'll explain that a little bit for our audience, is that so what happens is that Amazon, and that's what we publish this through, KDP, they have different categories that you can list your books in. And so what we do is have to go in and research keywords to bring those keywords in. We have to continue to swap those keywords out. So in the hot new releases, you got 9 achievements, and you had 2 in the US, 2 in Australia, UK, and Canada. So you had 4 countries that you actually made the international bestseller list. I'm sorry. Yes, that's 9. We have 9 hot releases there. So number 1 bestseller, we had 7 credits. That means 7 different categories that you hit the number 1 bestseller, and that was the US, of course, Australia, UK, and Canada in there. So you had a total of 16 achievements all, and which is really good, because most people, when they hit maybe bestseller in one category, or like, I'm in the US, maybe I hit bestseller in Canada, so that makes me a best-selling author. So what we do is continue to try to market you and your book in the different countries and get as many hits and credits as we can possibly get in that. So Nick, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm impressed.
And this is what we really want for our clients. And so, for our audience, if you're listening to our podcast or watching our podcast, we're constantly trying to find new ways to help our clients to be able to grow and develop their books because it's not the end, it's only the beginning. So Nick, what did we did the book signing, a part of the book signing in Atlantic City, and everyone, Nick is out of Australia, and I know you guys have a book signing plan in Australia too, right?
Yes, yes.
So
Coming
when's
up
that coming
next
up?
week. Yeah, yeah. Next week, we have a local one, local businesses, etc. We're going to meet, and I'll do a book signing there, similar to Atlantic City. So yeah, yeah. That way, the locals and my students and that can all get together and have a chat and get their book signed, and yeah, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Well, from a business standpoint, how can a book help you? So it's not always about how many books do I sell, but it's also how does the book help me influence myself in the community? And I know as a martial arts school owner and your students, I know that they're excited about,
They
about you releasing your book. And so this gives a chance for your old students to come back and say, Master Nick he's doing it. I want to come back to class. So it becomes a tool to get your students coming back to class. It is a tool to get your students to refer other students into your program. So this book is a very powerful tool that can influence your business. Now, you may say, well, I don't have a business. That's not a problem because the book will help you influence your community. So the book is a very powerful tool because it can help you to be able to influence your community. And everyone, this is why when you have that opportunity to actually tell your story, to be able to write a book, to put it down. One of the greatest things I've ever done was to be able to write a book and to be able to learn how to market a book. Totally changed my life. In fact, in 2017, I actually sold my martial arts school. I had about 250 students, and because the book took off and my heart fell to the book. And so now we're an international publishing company. And Nick, we want to thank you because you being in our book that we're no longer just publishing here in the US, we're publishing to authors like you all over the world. So, again, we're very grateful for you choosing Elite Publications to be able to publish your book. Hey, any closing notes that you want to say or anything?
No, I'd just like to thank everyone. I've had fantastic support, and I've had phone calls from old students from years ago that have now got their own children and grandchildren. And so it's been a fantastic experience, and I highly recommend Elite Publications. It's been a great journey. It was one that I thought may have been a little more difficult for myself, but it's taught me a lot of things, built confidence, and yeah, I've really enjoyed the process.
Oh, I love it. You just said something that sometimes I probably leave out, but it built confidence. So the more you do these things, and you're an expert now. You know, you know,
Yeah,
you're a life expert. So you've got a book out, memoir, and so you've learned how to articulate your life story, being able to put it in the book, and that's totally amazing. So everyone, this podcast today was really about Nick announcing his book release, his podcast. You can go to his website. So Nick, what's your website?
the Master Memoirs of Master Nick Donato. So it's
NickDonato.com.
www.masternickdonato.com.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's www.masternickdonato.com. So yeah,
Yeah,
so everyone you can go there. Remember, you can go to. I know we're on Amazon. It's probably already up to Barnes and Noble, Pretty soon you'll be able to get the book at Books a Million. But get this book. If you are a business person or anyone that's had those life experiences that someone can grow from, remember, write your memoir, give us a call, let us help you. Someone says, well, I don't write. Don't worry, let us help you discover, because you do. Let us help you discover your words, and we can figure out how we're gonna get it, how to make that happen. So again, remember to do that. So you go to our website, which is www.elitepublications.org. Again, that's www.elitepublications.org. Schedule a time so we can talk to you about your book. Remember, everyone has a story. You just have to get it out.